Brandon Walker. Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports. I'm Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Monday?
No.
It's Monday.
No. I see where you think that. It's actually Wednesday. The third day of the week.
Whatever.
It's hump day.
Whether it's Monday, whether it's Wednesday, it says here that it's February 21st.
That's correct.
We are live from Chicago, and what do you want to talk about, Brandon?
I don't want to be over dramatic, and God knows I love the Couch Boys and everybody here. Don't ever fucking leave me again.
You know, it was interesting. That was the second and third shows I've ever missed. The first one, I had the Henny hangover from the taping of the Christmas special. Right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one I missed.
That was the first one you missed. You're at 3. Am I at? I don't know how many I'm at. 1 maybe? 2?
Yeah.
I don't know
Something
the answer to that.
Yeah. But the first time I was out, I did not watch the show because I was just hugging a toilet and praying for death. But I watched the last 2 days, and it was weird to watch the show from a different perspective. And one of the things that stood out to me is this show fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's so terrible.
This show's so bad, dude. I was sitting on my couch like, holy shit. These guys are so bad.
I, for one, I'd like to welcome you back. Welcome back, Mark.
Thank
you,
you,
back. TJ, would you like to welcome him back?
Yeah, it was weird. Like, it's always good to rotate new people in or whatever, but it makes more sense when it's you guys up there. So, welcome back.
Ebo?
Oh, thanks, TJ.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back. I wish I had more space on the couch like I did yesterday that I could lay out on, but it is good to have the guy driving the car back.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
And Connor?
Mark, I missed you a shit ton, and the show's not the same with that.
Dude, shut the fuck up, Connor.
Come on, the glazing's crazy, little bro.
I miss my boy.
I was just
Mark, we do want to welcome.
Glad you're all right.
God,
we
you're
do
making it
want to
uncomfortable.
welcome you back, though.
Oh,
we got you something
God damn.
for your 2-day absence. We got you a card. So it might be a card. I don't know. I don't know if it's a card or not, but
It could be anything.
could be a boat.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
So there, first time ever opening an envelope. All right.
Wishing you the kind of peace.
Wait, is that a black person's car?
What?
Mahogany? No, that is right.
I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. Mahogany. Soulful, true view. Wishing you the kind of peace, rest, and strength that heals your gonorrhea. Get a view.
It's weird they made that card.
Yeah, the gonorrhea card. I was surprised when I was in Walgreens and they had that. But they have one for everything these days.
He walked in. He said, "What do you have? Where's the gonorrhea section?"
Card, yeah.
And the guy was like, "Which one?" I said, cards. Okay. How is it? Did you have to? You sat on a pillow when you came in, so it's still pretty rough.
It's rough, yeah. Had a flare up this morning, but
gonorrhea is hilarious.
Yeah, gonorrhea. It's I don't know. I think I've defeated it. I'm feeling better. So.
All right, ask me again.
What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
You got to get control of your sport. In the last 48 hours, we've had a fight in the handshake line of Incarnate Word and somebody they were playing.
Yeah.
And then last night, after losing for the third time this year, Danny Hurley wanted to fight everybody in Omaha, Nebraska, every Creighton fan. He wanted to knock him out. He wanted to fight him. Is it fair to say that more newsworthy things have happened in the immediate aftermaths of college basketball games than have actually happened in college basketball games this year?
Yeah.
It feels like it has.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Even like Caitlin Clark's biggest moment
was almost killing a woman.
Yeah.
And then flopping and then being a victim. Yeah.
It's true, yeah. And Matt Painter, they lost to Nebraska, and he was doing he had like sound bites that were
What's the deal?
Yeah.
What's the deal with crowd storming?
Where he's like, I think we should do it in a better way than how it's being done.
I don't want to overreact, and it's certainly not because we lost, but I think every person that stormed the court should be murdered.
Yeah. What was weird to me, I don't know if you guys talked about it, because, again, I tried watching the show. It's tough. It was tough to make it through. Really, really bad content you're putting out the last couple of days. But We're back, and we'll fix that now. But I don't know if you talked about the handshake line. What was crazy to me is when I saw that fight in the post-game handshake line, I thought, oh shit, this is going to be a bad moment for me because I'm going to be an old guy who says we need more sportsmanship in sports, and like we got to teach these kids how to how to be good sports and shake hands and not get so fiery in the post game, all that shit. And what I can't make sense of, Brandon, is it feels like the old people are the ones arguing for getting rid of handshake lines. Like I was listening to Bill Raftery, and he's like, "We gotta get rid of these handshake lines." He was saying that last night.
Well, let me ask a question.
And I feel like the old man take is like, we need more sportsmanship.
Yeah.
We need more.
Yeah.
I thought the old people would go the other way.
Well, let me ask you this: why do we have handshake lines?
See, this is another old
No,
guy.
No, it's not an old man take. I'm asking the question. Why do we have handshake lines?
Because it's sportsmanship, dude. Because sportsmanship is
we're taught when we're in Little League and when we're 8 years old, we go up there, tell them good game, and we do that. That's when we're 8. Major League Baseball doesn't have a handshake line at the end of games. NBA basketball doesn't have a handshake line at the end of games. I'm not saying yes or no. What I'm asking, Mark, is this something that the tradition is just, why do we have them?
Because sportsmanship is why we have them. Because once upon a time, sports were sports were supposed to be just like an extension of it was supposed to just be like an extracurricular thing.
I guess what I'm asking.
Like, this isn't the most important thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's just like a fun little competition, but let's not lose sight of what matters most, which is, yes, you do go to Big State and I go to Tech. But God damn it.
We're talking about the assistant coach at any point? Okay.
When the clock hits 0, at the end of the day, we're citizens of this great country, and like there were still like values that we uphold and all this shit. And I don't know, somewhere along the line, it is fuck you, I got mine. And
that's my question.
That seems to be the attitude of Americans.
If the modern day athlete and coach can't fucking handle going through the handshake line, why do we still have them? Because they can't, I agree.
Because they can't handle it. That's why we have them.
I agree. It should be leave it on the floor. You play for 40 minutes. It's over. One team wins, one team loses. Good game. Good luck. Safe travels home. Whatever. But it's not that. It's you motherfucker.
But my takeaway is the exact opposite. I think as long as we're fighting in handshake lines, as long as Dan Hurley is losing his mind going through the tunnel, I think we need more handshake lines. I think we should at halftime go through handshake lines.
Okay,
I think
all right.
We have to get to a point where
handshake them to the point they just
yes.
Okay.
I want you to smoke the whole pack of handshakes.
Every media timeout.
Yes.
Every media timeout.
Every fucking timeout.
What if we make the whole plane out of handshakes?
Make the whole plane out of handshakes.
Okay.
Like the fact that you can't do one fucking handshake line is a problem.
All right, let's work this. Let's flesh this out. 17 minutes, 31 seconds. Foul on the floor. Those two guys got to shake hands.
Handshake. Bad call. You're losing your mind. Both guys are yelling at the ref.
Shake hands.
Shake hands. I want you to shake hands.
Okay. All right.
I want everybody to shake hands.
Okay. That's.
I think you need a designated. It should probably just be the captain of the team, but you need designated players that
handshake
are handshake guys too. The coaches and designated players.
Hockey kind of has that, right? Where the ref will be like, "All right, this is going crazy. Come here, captain, and let's talk."
That's boxing. You touch gloves, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a dust up. There's a someone's trying to break the rules a little bit.
Touching gloves is.
And they're like, all right. Now touch gloves and fight again.
Touch gloves is hilarious. These guys are trying to kill each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, whoa.
Now touch gloves. I think we need that in basketball. Let's shake some hands. Let's shake some fucking hands.
All right.
I want to shake his hand.
Yeah, it is. Moving past the actual handshake line fight, because I got a question about Danny Hurley. He's a defending national championship coach, all right? There's no assailing him as a coach. He's one of the best in the game today. I know they got beat last night, but they are one of the heavy favorites to win it again this year. Where's the line? What's the difference in between being a fiery competitor and kind of being a dickbag? Because he's walking off the court last night, and the fans, you can hear him, they're saying, welcome to Omaha, and he's pointing them, I'll knock you out. And then he almost stopped again. Walk off the court, you got beat. You don't get beat much, and you got beat that night. Where's the line between fiery competitor and you want that passion to being douchebag? Because I think he's on the fiery competitor side, right? Nobody thinks he's a douchebag.
Well, last night he was a douchebag. And here's where the line is. You have to win.
Winning.
And if you win.
Winning.
Winning.
Winning is the line.
What a wild time of society that was.
Well, which one? Are we talking about Sheen or
the,
Trump? Because I like when Trump did the winning
2
thing.
months that Charlie Sheen was the hottest guy in the world. He was calling into every show. Just yelling winning.
By the way, I'd do a 1 hour show on Charlie Sheen one day.
Incredible run.
That's just
incredible.
AIDS? Is it AIDS?
It's
what's
AIDS? It's HIV.
Okay,
for sure. I don't know if it's
what got him kicked off 2.5 Men. I completely forget, and that's what started the run. Correct?
Yeah. He got
because it was like the number one
Men.
sitcom on TV, and then he was the star, and then all of a sudden he just wasn't on it for like 2 seasons.
I don't know.
Do you have a falling out with Chuck Lorre? Was that the guy's name? That's the guy's name that comes up with all those CBS.
Chuck Lorre did Big Bang Theory. Did he also?
Yeah, he does all the CBS bullshit.
I bet Chuck Lorre is a billionaire. Just making shitty comedies.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch 2.5 Men?
Yeah, like I didn't like follow the show.
I don't think I've
every
ever
so
watched
often
a
to be
second
on,
of
and
it.
I kind of get the premise.
Like I've watched the ends of Big Bang Theory getting ready for like wrestling on Wednesday nights, but I have never watched one single solitary second of 2.5 Men.
2.5 Men isn't good, but it's not bad either. It's just like
I think that's the goal of TV shows.
Yeah, it's just like
days,
whatever.
Right?
It's like it's background noise, I guess. Big Bang Theory is offensively bad to me. Like Big Bang Theory, if I scramble to find the remote, I'm like, get this fucking shit off my phone.
In an odd turn of events, your favorite show is Young Sheldon.
Yeah, Young Sheldon's it's tasteful. It's more tasteful, and there's.
So it's winning, right? That's the line.
Yeah, that's what Charlie Sheen would. Charlie Sheen would like call into like every morning show. He's just like calling into like fucking morning shows in like random ass small towns.
Yeah,
and just yelling winning. And everyone would think it was an impersonator, and it wasn't. It was just Charlie Sheen. He was just on like a bender, just like.
God, I wish he'd call into the show and do it.
He might. Charlie, if you're listening, call in. But yeah, I think that's the line. I think if you're losing and you're fiery, you're just an asshole.
Yeah.
If you're winning, it's just like a guy who gets his guys going. You can't knock the results. I mean, Bob Knight dealt with the same thing at Indiana.
At the same time, he won a national title last year. I think they're 21-2, 21-3 this year. I don't know, but they're number one team in the country. They did get beat last night. You lose so rarely, and you're so good, and everything's going so right. You can't handle that one loss. You can't walk off the court without threatening to knock people out. Like I get it, but just channel that shit in. I'm not a coach, and I don't understand what goes into being a coach, but
No, I think that's a bad look, absolutely. And it's not even that like I think he should have better manners. I just think that it's like it's bad look to let Creighton know that they're getting to you.
That I think that's
what I'm more. I don't give a shit about like
let the loss kind of go off your back a little bit. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say he shouldn't get emotionally involved and invested in the result. What I'm saying is, all right, fuck, they beat us. Next time we're gonna beat the shit out of them.
Yeah,
but maybe in the moment that's hard to ask.
Yeah, but I think that's I mean, I had this epiphany when we were talking about Jim Harbaugh.
Spell it.
IT. When Big Cat was arguing that Jim Harbaugh is cool now, and it's good to be back, Brandon. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
When he was arguing that Jim Harbaugh's cool now, and I was like, listen, he's a great football coach. I'm not saying he's not, but like at no point in this man's life has he ever been cool.
He's not cool.
He's just definitively not a cool human being. And he's like, no, he's cool. And then it dawned on me, it's because he's winning. And if you're winning, you're cool. And if you're not winning, you're a fucking goober.
Yeah.
And I think the same thing applies to what you're saying. And I think it applied to Bob Knight, where he was an asshole his entire career at Indiana, and Indiana didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
He loses to Pepperdine in the tournament. He grabs a kid by the arm and says, call me sir, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And they're like, you know what, Bob? I think we're done here.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it's the difference. Look at the difference in the Danny Hurley and Bobby Hurley. Like Bobby Hurley does that last night. He might be fired. Right. Yeah,
right. It's exactly right. Yeah.
So I mean,
Bobby Hurley is struggling at Arizona State, and he loses a game, and he's walking off at Cal.
Yeah.
And they say, welcome to Berkeley. And he's like, I'll knock you out, you fucking piece of shit. It's like, Bobby, listen.
Also,
I think we're done here.
Does it say anything about the Creighton? Maybe it doesn't say anything about the Creighton fans. Maybe it's just Midwest nice. But I watched that clip this morning expecting to hear motherfuck this, motherfuck that from the fans. And the only
You're a scumbag! Danny, you're a scumbag!
The only chirp I hear over and over is, hey, Danny, welcome to Omaha. Welcome to Omaha. Welcome to Omaha. Like, that was there, and that got him. You all right?
Oh, boy.
Everybody wait. You want to take a timeout?
Yeah,
we got timeouts on the show now.
Gonorrhea flare-up in the throat. I got it in the throat.
Yeah.
Tip of the penis is doing fine. The asshole was flaring up this morning, and now the throat is flaring up as well. So it's
we had a hell of a time in Vegas, boys.
It's hit me in all 3 holes. It's a 3-hole gonorrhea. it's got
rare, but not as rare as the 5-hole gonorrhea, which is something.
Damn it!
What's wrong with your ear? Well, my gonorrhea. What else? I guess
you guys talk about the Buckeyes beating Purdue. We're back. We're so fucking.
No.
back.
I made an official statement. I made an official statement on behalf of the show, and that's done. What? You weren't here. I took it. We're 50-50 co-owners of this thing, and I said since my guy is sick, I'm going to make a statement on behalf of the show, and that'll be the show's stance.
Well, wasn't it? Titus is 50, you're 40, and Tommy Walker is 10.
I represent Tommy Walker until he turns 18.
Okay.
So I control 50% of the show right now. So the take was,
Damn.
Meh.
Damn.
Like,
all right.
All right, that's pointless. What's the point? Like the season's already over. You already fired your coach. Who cares? We're not going to talk about that. Do you want to update that or?
No, I guess you're right. I guess I wanted to point out that all the Purdue fans that told me that Zach Edey's a great defender, you can suck my dick because the Buckeyes put him in space over and over and over again, and his fat-ass feet just stood absolutely still in cement, possession after possession after possession, and the Buckeyes exploited him on both ends of the floor, stripped the ball from him every time he made a post move, just fucking exposed him from start to finish in that game. And we did it with an interim coach, and we suck.
You wanted to say that.
I wanted to, but since I can't, yeah. Because I really did. I really thought, like, because last time we talked about Zach Edey on the show, the Purdue fans just, like, they were so fucking annoying, just over and throwing out, like, Hakeem Olajuwon comparisons and Shaquille O'Neal comparisons. And I took offense to it because I was like, I'm a Zach Edey supporter. I've said he's very good, and I would vote for him without hesitation for National Player of the Year. Yeah. But one mild criticism that I dared to say that he's not a great defender. Boy, the dump in their pants when I said that was outrageous. Like I did the most offensive thing you could say, and I don't know ball. And I said, well, watch ball. Every time Zach Edey gets isolated in a ball screen, he gets fucking abused. And every team that plays him over and over and over again, they go after him in ball screens. And when they do, they find success. And Purdue fans said, you don't know ball, Titus. And I said, all right, we'll see. And then Ohio State, what did they do? Bruce Thornton comes off a ball screen. Zach Edey, they switch on him because they couldn't get around the screen. Bruce Thornton pulls the ball out, licks his hands, licks his feet. Just like that, over and over and over. And Zach Edey gets down in a stance, and he's like, I got you, and then doesn't move, and he just stands like this the entire possession. And that happened a million fucking times, and I was really looking forward to talking about that, but God damn it, Brandon. You took that from me. So.
I'll tell you,
all right, we can move on.
One reaction I did like from that whole game on Twitter, Bill Titus. Just he likes to stick it to Purdue, huh?
Oh, he's the best. That's what I try to tell these people. It's like Indiana could be 0-100, and Purdue could win 3 national championships in a row. You're not going to beat my dad. My dad is like,
yeah, he's in for a long.
He's got a PhD, a Purdue hating degree.
Yeah.
He's look at that. He's the greatest.
That's so good.
This is my dad's entire online persona. It's just like shitting on Purdue. So anyway, but then UConn has to they really did take the wind out of my sails. My first show back, it is like, first of all, it's been 48 hours since the Buckeyes won, but then also, who gives a shit about Purdue losing when the number one team in the country
you're right.
got blown out last night? Damn, we can't talk about it. All right, we can move on.
Careful, Danny Hurley will knock you out. I do like fire from a coach. Like I'm not hating on that. I'm just like, you got it going pretty good, man. Just relax. That's all. Just relax.
Yeah, I know. And UConn fans will tell you though that like him not relaxing is what makes them great, and him,
that could
like,
be right.
You know what I mean? Like the second he relaxes, they lose that edge. I do think this is good for UConn though, because I think UConn beat the piss out of Marquette, and there were way too many discussions being had on Sunday and Monday about, is this UConn team better than last year's?
Yeah.
Which they are definitely not. And it feels like they are because, like, at this point in the season, they're the favorites to win the national championship. They're the number one team in the country. Last year's team was a 4 seed. Yeah. So, obviously, they're better because if last year's team was so good, why did they struggle in January? Why did they get a 4 seed? I don't know. But last year's team was better. Last year's team had, like, the 3 guys they lost, they didn't replace with 3 better guys.
I got a thing about Creighton.
Go ahead.
So I was watching Creighton last night, and, Creighton's always either good to really good. Always.
Yeah.
And who's the best program that you've never seen make a Final Four? Because Creighton might be mine.
Yeah, it's Creighton, Purdue.
Creighton has – oh, that's right. Purdue
hasn't been in since 1980.
Okay, so I wasn't
Purdue's
really around in 80. That's the last time they made a Final Four?
Yeah, they made a Final Four since 80.
Okay, so it's Creighton or Purdue then.
Yeah.
That was a very quick answer by you. I thought there might be discussion, but you just nailed it immediately.
Yeah, it's probably is Purdue. I'm trying to think of who hasn't made a Final Four. Xavier's up there.
Pretty much everybody's made a Final Four that has been around.
Xavier's fallen off a little bit, but Xavier had a Xavier had a case for
Xavier had a minute
for that answer.
I feel like Butler kind of stepped all over Xavier when Xavier was running things and everything, and then Butler came along, made 2 straight national title games. And it was like, oh well, Xavier doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Marquette's made one.
I'm trying to think of who else
is 2003.
Who else is great that I've never personally seen.
How good are you at recalling Final Fours?
Pretty good. Probably not as good as I don't.
2004. Can you pull that one?
Yeah, sure. It was Georgia Tech UConn. Was the championship. It was Luke Schencher and Jared Jack on
there
Georgia
you go.
Tech.
Now we're talking some ball.
Yeah,
I like it.
Okafor, Ben Gordon. Yeah, like I know that. I think that was Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I don't remember the other one at all either. So
yeah.
The only reason I pulled that one is 2004 was the only time I ever in a bracket I picked all 4 Final Four teams, and it's the greatest moment of my life.
Really?
Yeah. And I can't remember the other one. I think the other one.
I think you'd remember the.
Yeah, well, I don't remember anything these days. The other day I was trying to remember a relative's name and I couldn't do it. So I'm getting old and it's getting bad.
It's bad.
I woke up dizzy this morning. You know how depressing it is to wake up dizzy? You know how terrible it is to wake up dizzy. Whatever, I don't know.
So it was Duke. J.J. Redick. That was the one Final Four J.J. Redick made. 04.
Because 05 LSU beat them.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
It was 04. Yeah, Duke. Duke was 04. Right? Do we have that correct?
I think you're right.
You search 2004 Final Four, it takes forever to find the answer.
You're
correct.
I have noticed this before, that looking up Final Fours are way harder than they have any right to be.
Yeah.
They're not just there. You
right,
have to scroll through the Wikipedias and everything.
Usually, it's something that basic. You ought to be able to just put 2004 FI, and then you just have it in front of your face.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it'll say the top 4 teams in the tournament, but it won't tell you the final.
Yeah,
the whole bracket and all that shit.
But yeah, UConn, Georgia Tech, Duke, Oklahoma State.
I think that Final Four was in San Antonio.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Jim Calhoun was the winning coach, right? What was the attendance for the whole thing? Wasn't it like 700?
Dude, it was like
17,000.
It was over 700 for sure.
You guys can't guess the best score though, the highest score.
Oh, I got this. Look, I'm looking right at you. It was either Ben Gordon or Emeka Okafor.
Shit.
And I would say 6 games. I'm gonna go Ben Gordon because I think he was scoring more in that tournament. And 6 games, I'm gonna say 150 53 points. No, 154.
Oh wow.
Okay, yeah, you redeemed yourself there. You got it. Yeah.
I think Georgia Tech. I believe that was their I believe that was their first national title game.
Georgia Tech is you're old enough to remember them being beyond 2004, like in the 90s and everything.
Oh yeah, Kenny Anderson. They went Kenny Anderson into Stephon Marbury.
Yeah.
They only had Marbury for 1 year, but or maybe two. One, I think. But they were like a point guard back then.
Yeah.
And then Jared Jack was great.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Did they still got that really like nerdy but loud coach that didn't they win like the ACC tournament during COVID or something?
Yeah, Josh Pastner.
Josh
No,
Pastner.
he's fired. Their coach is neither nerdy. He might be kind of loud, but he's a guy that you know well, or you should. Damon Stoudemire.
Their
head coach. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mighty Mouse.
Pastner wore the like welder's mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID, right?
I think.
Yeah, he also tried to find the video or just the image. One of the more bizarre images from that time in college basketball. He brought a COVID pinata into a locker room and then smashed it on the floor. And the message to the team was like, "Let's beat COVID."
It was the yes. I remember this.
I don't remember what the message was, but he just like smashed it.
Yeah.
All right, who
try to find that video?
Yeah, find
or like a clip. Like he's wearing a welder's mask, just holding like a COVID ball pinata. It's very fucking weird.
Sounds like you're just saying words, and none of this even makes sense. All right. While he's doing that, if he can find it, let's go ahead and make the all coaches team right now. Who are the best players turned coaches? Because Stoudemire's definitely on that team.
So we're talking active coaches.
Active coaches right now. So
right now, Penny, Stoudemire, Jerry Stackhouse.
This is the easy five, right?
Jerry Stackhouse, who's about to get fired at Vanderbilt. So get him on the list.
Well, this whole team might be about
Juwan Howard.
Yeah, Juwan Howard, Stackhouse, Stoudemire, Penny, and then probably Hurley.
Yeah.
Anybody better than Hurley? There probably is, right?
I just think about it.
Also, this team has 3-point guards, so Ewing was out. Ewing coached last
Ewing's
year.
out.
Yeah, so Ewing, there's definitely we're missing somebody, right?
Yeah, who am I not
Need
thinking
some
of?
beef.
Who am I not thinking
Need a
of?
big man.
We need a big man.
Feel like we do. We got Juwan Howard, who's a 4. We don't have a 5.
Mark Madsen at Cal.
He's definitely off the bench. Oh, is Pope?
Mark Pope at
Pope still at BYU?
BYU. Yeah, Mark Pope at BYU.
Those two good bench guys. Yes.
Tony Bennett as our
Tony Bennett's a good
spot
one.
up 3 guy.
Tony Bennett's a good one.
Just especially in basketball today, he'd be much better.
How is Tony Bennett? Why is his offense so bad? I don't understand.
He's like the greatest 3-point shooter in college.
Yeah, he's like such a great shooter.
Penny, Stackhouse, Hurley.
And to watch his offense is brutal this year.
I would be more helpful in this exercise if I knew who most of the coaches were.
Well, we can pull up Wikipedia and go through the list.
Well, because we need a big man. We need at least – we have a small ball. I mean, we're going to run you out of the gym, I think.
I'm trying to think, too. I should
We're probably going to put Hurley at the 1, Stoudemire at 2, Penny at 3, then Stackhouse. No, you got 2 threes almost.
We lost Ewing.
Okay, so all right.
Michael Lewis is not bad at Ball State. All-time assist leader in Indiana basketball history.
Does Bryce Drew have a job right now?
He's a guard as well.
All right. So there's Pope.
Yeah,
right.
Keep going.
Keep going.
No one's like jumping out as like
Anthony Boone played. Is that the Anthony Boone that played at Ole Miss? Because he was a big guy, but I don't know. Cliff Ellis is just an old white guy, right? Yep.
Are we taking them at their current age?
No, I don't know. I don't know. We're just trying to. John Shire should be.
John Shire should be.
Yeah,
on there,
John Shire.
Well, I guess Hubert Davis too. Then.
All right, so we got Shire.
Great point.
And
great
Hubert.
point, Hubert Davis.
All right.
Shire's probably.
We're going the whole 12 now.
Is Shire the best? Shire's got to be the best right this second too, right?
As far as if they roll the balls out,
if they all played right now.
I don't know. I feel like
Drew?
Stackhouse can still go.
Yeah, Stackhouse probably could still go.
Bryce Drew is on the team.
Tommy Amaker.
Okay. Oh, Claxton was good. Well, I got enough point guards, though.
Speedy Claxton was good.
I got enough point guards.
Mike Woodson was good. Mike Woodson was good.
Do you want to? I don't. Woodson's too old even for me to remember.
Mike Woodson was a good player now.
Petway was good at Alabama, right? But he was another point guard. I guess point guards are like catchers in baseball. Make more coaches.
Yeah,
Rod Strickland's a coach.
Rod Strickland. Kenny Payne's not bad. It is crazy how like I'm starting to realize these guys getting into coaching do kind of ruin their legacies as players.
Yeah.
Because I want to say that Kenny Payne is a good player, and that feels dirty to say how bad of a coach he is.
Need a couple more here.
Steve Pipewell played at UConn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Steve Alford.
Oh, Hoiberg, right?
Yeah, Fred Hoiberg. Steve Alford.
Okay.
Put Steve Alford.
So now we're gonna have to really. We
got some shooters, dude.
We're gonna have to make some cuts though.
We got some fucking shooters.
We got too many guards.
Chris Collins.
Collins ain't making it. I can go and tell you that right now. I forgot how many fucking coaches there are.
There are a lot of.
There are a lot of
Division I programs.
A lot of Division
Kim
I.
English.
Jeff Capel was.
Oh yeah, Kim English.
Kim English
sure.
can go. Kim English can play.
Is he making this roster? I mean, let's be honest. Is Kim English making?
He might.
All right.
That Missouri team was
Travis Ford, dude.
Good.
A lot of good ball players.
Travis Ford was good.
Travis Ford was
All
good.
right, he gets written down. I don't know if he's making it.
No
big ones. No big guys.
Yeah, well, big guys.
Abdur Rahim. That would have been a lot better if it was Sharif.
Who are the big guys that have become like
Pelfrey was good.
coaches even in the NBA?
Phil Jackson.
Yeah, Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson's the one.
Ewing.
Yeah.
What do you
Paul
mean?
Silas.
What do you mean? What are we talking about? Ewing?
He asked how many. Who are the big guys that have become coaches?
Oh,
Because I don't know. If
I
we're
thought you
gonna
meant like
get
the good coaches. Yeah.
All right. I think I've got. Here's our roster.
Hold on, we're almost done.
Okay.
Let's make sure there's nobody at.
Okay.
Ypsilanti
All right.
Tech.
All right.
Sean Miller wasn't a bad player.
Okay. All right. So we have so many point guards. We have Damon Stoudemire, Bobby Hurley. This is the point. Stoudemire, Hurley, Penny, Bryce Drew, Rod Strickland, Travis Ford, Fred Hoiberg, which he was kind of a 2. Alford was also a 2, right?
Yeah.
A lot of high energy white guys here.
Yeah.
A lot of. I think we can score. I don't know if we're stopping anybody.
Let me see the list.
Well, I didn't write it down in very good fashion
Okay.
here.
Who else what are our wings? What is the athleticism?
So Stackhouse and Penny are good wings. John Shire is probably pretty good.
Who we putting on Dalton Connect?
Probably Stackhouse, maybe.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
like that.
Oh, and you know what? I think Madsen could give him fits, although Madsen's more like 6'10", right? I don't know. I think we're going to be punished down low.
That team's winning a national championship.
You think that team's winning a national?
Yeah. We don't need to play down low, dude. This isn't the old days.
So we're just going to score 90.
We got Jawan Howard. He can play.
Yeah,
He can play center
So Jawan's our 5.
in modern college basketball.
Jawan's our 5. Mark Pope is our 4. And then we just throw
I don't think we need I think we do 4 out.
4
with Jawan
guards,
Howard.
4 guards, and Jawan Howard. Okay, so
That's a squad, dude.
Jawan Howard, Stackhouse, Penny, Stoudemire, Rod Strickland's our starting 5. That's pretty fucking good.
That's a good starting 5.
And
dude.
that brings Bobby Hurley off the bench, Fred Hoiberg off the bench, Mark Madsen and Mark Pope off the bench. Did Shire get in that starting 5? He didn't, right? So Shire off the bench. Shire's a 6-man.
Shire's got to be on there. Yeah.
I think we're pretty good.
Yeah,
I think we're pretty good.
Yeah. Good exercise, Brandon.
Yes. Yes.
Well, no, I was just smiling because as you're running through that roster, the back of your page, there are 2 bizarre images that are just shown to the camera.
Oh, rat penis and
Yeah.
black body. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Cars.com is a leading
Jeez.
digital marketplace that connects car shoppers with their perfect car, celebrating 25 years of helping shoppers research, find inventory, finance, and sell cars. Wherever life takes you next, whoever you're looking to be, guess what, Connor? You're thinking, there's probably not a car for that on Cars.com. Is that what you're thinking?
Actually, I was thinking that for a second, but
You're wrong.
yeah, I am wrong.
And wherever you're looking to go, whoever you're looking to be, there's a car for that on Cars.com. How many cars do you think they add daily to Cars.com, Connor? Just be honest. What's a reasonable amount of cars?
Maybe like 100?
50,000. Up to 50,000 cars are added daily to Cars.com. Now, Ebo, if you're adding 50,000 cars a day, surely you got to cap it. I mean, only so much bandwidth. You can only how many cars do you think they can have at any one time on Cars.com?
I mean, max probably like 500,000 cars.
I mean, you'd think it's actually way more than that. 2 million cars for 2 million possibilities. Find your next possibility on Cars.com. Where to next?
Can I ask you about something that I saw happen in the sports world that I need help making sense of?
Yes,
I think
please.
you guys might have talked about it on the show yesterday.
Okay.
What is the college football playoff development? What was that?
It's a lot of something and a whole lot of nothing. So it's
was the 5+7 thing?
It's the 5 highest ranked. No, it's the 4 highest ranked conference champs get the bye. The 5th highest conference champ gets the top seed left, right? Which it could be a G5. So now the big wrinkle here is Notre Dame just isn't in a conference.
So Notre Dame's fucked? Is that what?
When it comes down to competing for a national title, Notre Dame is never going to get a bye if this is in fact our system.
I love it.
I
love it.
If you want to be your own thing and do your own money and not join a conference like every other team,
yeah,
fuck you a little bit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and play. You gotta go play whoever in week 1. You don't get a bye.
I never understood why we kowtowed to Notre Dame.
I don't know.
If you want to be independent, like you just said, be independent. But then, when I think when the tournament comes around, like they shouldn't even play in it. Like fuck them.
No, it is. I guess it's just still built into the system of college football. Like 40 and 50, 60 and 70 years ago, Notre Dame was very important. They had a nationwide fan base, and they were huge and gigantic, and they're just not important anymore. Or they're not more important than Ohio State. They're not more important than Alabama. They're not more important than USC.
Like if we cut Notre Dame out of the playoff picture,
it changes nothing.
It changes absolutely nothing.
Absolutely.
If Notre Dame goes undefeated next year, does not make it into the 12-team playoff,
doesn't bother me a bit.
And one team wins the national championship, I do not give 1 ounce of shit for like the argument that Notre Dame deserves to win the national championship. No, they didn't play by
and also if you really
the system that's been designed.
If you really dig into it, like why are they independent? It's not because they have independent beliefs. It's not because they want to do this. They don't believe in the conference. No, they just get their own money.
Yeah,
they have a deal to get their own money, so they think they're above everybody because they can do that. Well, if you think you're above everybody, when it comes down to it, and we make plans for the future, you're not.
Right.
You're actually below everybody.
So that's basically it. It's just like Notre Dame.
The Notre Dame element is probably the biggest because they are a team that
was the G5 thing is not a guarantee. Then
it's not technically a guarantee, but it's kind of guaranteed, right? Because
it is. So
I don't think they're guaranteed the home game. Like so, they are guaranteed a berth, but I'm not sure if they're guaranteed that 5 seed.
Oh, I thought they were.
I'm because I think it is still like you pick the host teams based off highest seed.
Is the Pac-2 still considered a conference, B a power conference?
Well, they're playing a Mountain West schedule, correct? Or they're playing a partial Mountain West schedule.
Yeah, I did a show this morning. I did somebody else's show. I did a show with George Reister, who was a former tight end at Oregon. I did his show, and we talked about this for like 30 minutes. And at the end of the 30 minutes, I looked in the mirror and I realized I am more confused than when I started. So we're just gonna have to let's see. We're just gonna watch and find out. Let's see. It's gonna be spoilers. I don't know. We'll just. Y'all let me know who's playing in the playoffs.
I love that being like the mantra of next year's college football playoff.
Let's see. That was kind of wasn't that?
We don't know the rules either, folks. Let's just wait and find out.
Wasn't that kind of the Super Bowl this year?
A little
overtime.
Bit. Yeah.
Like half the country's looking around like,
yeah.
Did they get? What happens if the clock?
Yeah.
Like, and San Francisco didn't know, so
yeah.
That was kind of the Super Bowl.
And then Tony Romo had the audacity to try to explain it to people, and everyone's like, "Shut the fuck up, Tony! Why are you talking?"
I kind of like the idea of sports leagues not fully explaining their rules until it's necessary, until it happens.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't win the national title. So now you got to play 3 other teams.
Yeah.
Sorry. What else?
Did you talk about Daytona at all?
Briefly, to me.
All right. I'm sorry.
Is it not a dick tease to watch a 200 lap race and then it ends like that? I know you had the big one and there's a huge, but like when a race just ends by like, where are they on the track? They're going 30 miles an hour now. That guy wins.
Yeah,
that was
a brutal ending. That's a brutal
ending,
yeah,
right?
That was brutal. But that is kind of I wanted to ask you like never mind that specific race, but like this happens at Daytona every single race where you have to be in the mix, but then ultimately at the end you have to be lucky. It's like not. They could argue all they want that it's skill, but like it is a clusterfuck at the end every single Daytona 500. Guys crash like crazy, and then you just have to be one of the cars left standing.
It's basically a game of Plinko.
Is that awesome, or is that like does that devalue the skill? Because I know you're not a racing guy, and for you to not be a racing guy, I could see, for a casual person watching it, you're already struggling to figure out where the skill is in this sport to begin with. And then you see the biggest race of the year ends with like, just close your eyes and grip the wheel and hope that you come out of the dust still alive. So, is that a good or a bad thing?
I think in the narrow picture of one race, it is impossible to see the skill. It looks like blind luck. But if you do take it out over a season, 5 seasons, 10 seasons, you notice it keeps coming back to the same drivers. Same guys being in the top 10, the same guys getting lucky all the time. So obviously there is a great amount, and there's a tremendous amount of skill involved, not only in the driver, but everybody who's working on his car, everybody who's talking him through it. There's a tremendous amount of skill. If that guy's wrong, everybody's wrong. But when you're watching a one-race situation and 2 cars bump in the front of the pack, and then it's just a shooting gallery.
Yeah.
There's no skill involved in that, but just being constantly up there to where it's going to roll your way is a skill.
Yeah.
And again, for the second time in as many days, I'm now more confused than when I started.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I guess what it boils down to, Mark, and you haven't been here in a while, I'm quite stupid. And it helps me to watch a sport that has numbers on a scoreboard. And that way, whichever number's higher, that team.
I mean, racing is as easy as it gets to understand.
It is, but
it doesn't get any
but
simpler.
Mark, you say that, but let's say I've never watched a NASCAR race in my life, and all I'm going into it is thinking these cars are going to race, and whoever ends up first is first. Stage 1.
I don't like that. I don't
stage,
like that. I agree with you there. I agree with you.
And then there's a caution, and then we put them all back together again real closely, and then so you could see where there would be some confusing angles.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't like the stages. I don't like the manufactured. They do that because guys build big leads, and then. And then it becomes insurmountable.
Well, my take there is they want to just build the big lead
back together.
Isn't that the
point? That's the point. Yeah, but what happened was like people got bored with racing because it would just be like the pack would get spread.
But
out.
in a marathon race or in a distance race of running, they don't say, you're too far ahead. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I completely agree with you. That's what you're saying. I agree with. Brandon, look at me. I agree with you.
Do you think it's more likely that I could run a marathon by December 31st or that I could dunk a basketball by December 31st?
A marathon.
I think it is too, and that's
I think
shocking.
You have to start right now, though.
Define run.
Finish a marathon.
You could do that.
Within the time that they allow,
I don't like your.
I don't think
you're doing all, sweetie.
No, because they let people finish in like 9 hours sometimes.
Oprah ran one in 4 hours. Right?
People finish in like the dark.
How many Oprahs would it take Brandon to run a?
Could I do it in 2.5 Oprahs?
I'm looking up her time right now.
Actually, right now, as I sit here, am I 2.5 Oprahs? How many Oprahs am I right now?
Like weight-wise?
Yeah.
where's Oprah
she at right
Where's she
now?
at on the scale?
Where's
We haven't
she-
seen Oprah in a while.
She fluctuates a
at
lot.
the-
Where do y'all think she is right now?
She was at the Grammys.
How many Oprahs am I right now? Can I see Oprah at the Grammys?
Between TJ in August and TJ in February, where is Oprah? I'm going to say like December.
This used to
She's
be.
probably on Ozempic or something.
By the way,
Everyone's on Ozempic.
this used to be a huge story. Like in 1995, this was a huge story in this country where Oprah's weight is. Right now. Like it was. Dude,
Oh yeah,
You're 3 Oprahs.
I'm at least 2.5 Oprahs.
She was at the
Grammys.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
a
I
lot
didn't know
of.
that.
I'm a
She
lot of
presented.
Oprahs.
That does not.
By the way, she looks great.
She
That's
looks
not
great.
the Oprah I remember.
No.
What Oprah do you remember?
She didn't look like that.
Well, she's got $1 bazillion.
Yeah.
She's not going to look bad.
Yeah. Do you think Oprah Winfrey Network is a successful venture for her? Because I think that's like a standard cable package.
I would think so.
now.
I think that's a remarkably successful venture
Yeah.
for her.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't tell a lie. That's what they say about me. I unironically loved Oprah's show. Fucking loved it. I would come home from school if we didn't have if we had if it was game day, because usually I was practicing as the jock that I am after school. But if I could come home after school and I didn't have anything to do, I would throw on Oprah's show
Can I just
every single day.
can I get in this boat with you? Let me get in the boat with you.
Okay, step in, Brandon.
I'm stepping in.
Stepping in.
Now, there were some days you'd get home and it would be a boring guest, right? It'd be something. But some days you'd get home and it'd be like Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley, or it'd be New Kids on the Block, or it'd be something. It'd be a good guest.
Yeah.
Nothing beat a good guest day on Oprah.
Yeah.
They were elite days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they always wore pastels. And you'd somehow just get Charles Barkley wearing a pastel quarter zip, and you're like, where is this coming
Always
from?
wore multiple colors too. They'd be
Yeah.
like pink here and green here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved Oprah's show. Great show. And then she I think it fell off a little bit at the end.
It did, and then it turned into all
didn't
that.
have a good filter of-
you get a gift, and
Yeah.
you get a gift, and you get a gift.
She was a giveaway merchant. At
She was a
the end.
giveaway merchant. A little bit of a the guest filter wasn't great, in terms of we have there we go. There's a
It's a great clip.
Yeah.
look at these guys.
She was born in Mississippi, Kosciuszko, Mississippi. So, suck on that.
Has ever been in the studio audience before?
Not at Oprah. I've been in Jerry Springer.
Yes.
Yeah, Jerry Springer. I saw the
I want to be in a studio.
woman
audience.
Flash just
Very
sitting right
fun.
over there.
Were they good?
Buddy,
Huh.
buddy, were they? Yeah.
I always wanted to go to Conan's show.
Oh yes.
I want to go to Conan's show in New York. But I to me, it's always intimidating to try to go to something like that, because if you get there, you got to wait in a line. I'm not waiting in a line. And you might not get in. I'm not going to anywhere I might not get in ever. So, yeah.
When we were playing in the preseason NIT in New York, and my family was used as an excuse to take a vacation to New York and come to the games and everything. And the night before one of our games, they went to Letterman,
Yeah.
and I thought about sneaking away and going, because I was just chilling in the hotel, but we had curfew and whatever. But no one gave a fuck if I broke curfew.
To go to Letterman.
And I pussied out, and I've regretted it ever since. That's the number one. I'm a massive David Letterman fan, and I had an opportunity to go, and I didn't.
And what state is Letterman from? He's from California?
You'd be wrong, Brandon. He's from the great state of Indiana. He's a Hoosier. Broad Ripple High School.
I think
David Letterman.
I think he's actually a Ball Stater.
Mike Woodson. George Hill.
Not ring-
Wayne Gretzky went to Broad Ripple High School for a half second.
That can't be true. that there's no chance that's true.
Wayne Gretzky was on a minor league contract with the Indianapolis Ice, I believe they were called.
Yeah.
And he was 18 or 17. And he took classes at Broad Ripple High School. I think he might have graduated from Broad Ripple High School, technically.
By the way,
So Wayne Gretzky's a Hoosier.
I am in talks. I do have some high school merch headed my way to wear. If you want to
Oh, really?
get down on some high school merch, yeah. I got one in Oklahoma sending me some stuff. I have one in, I don't even know what state that was that I bought yesterday. The Tiders. I don't.
The Tiders?
The Tiders. Yeah.
That's great. How did you put out a request for this?
I on the show either yesterday or Monday. I was like, I wear something different on the show every day, but I'd like to just do high school. I'm fascinated with just wearing random high schools throughout the country,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think that's cool. And so I said, I want to get this started, and I had a couple DMs. One girl DM'd me and said, I don't have your kind of money, so I'm not going to buy you this, but you can buy it. Here's the link, and I just bought it. So it was that's the Titers. I don't remember where they are at all. I don't remember.
Yeah, I went in on this too. Yeah, I would love that. Yeah.
I have a high school in Oklahoma, a 1A high school, and then I'm working on others. So
do you want to go to
It's where are we at in the Indiana high school basketball?
They just had sectional drawings.
Okay. So it's an artist thing. It's an art thing now.
Yeah. They get all the teams to sit down.
Whoever draws the best picture.
Yeah. So the brackets are set now.
So we know where the locations are going to be.
Yeah. The one we want to go to, I believe it's sectional 8. I might need TJ's help. I think it's sectional 8, and I think it's in Noblesville. That's the one we want to go to.
Section 8 is poor people housing.
Yeah. It's funny enough, these are all the rich kids in the state. This is the richest area in the state of Indiana. So.
Had a Section 8 address before in my life, buddy.
No, that is an interesting wrinkle, because these are all the rich fucks of Indiana that are all wearing like $250 pair of shoes. The JV team comes out where.
Okay, so.
Yeah, sectional 8, Noblesville. There it is. The bracket. Click on.
I don't know. I don't see what you're seeing.
Section. Okay. Yeah, right there.
So this is okay. You have.
I think Fishers is the best team in the state.
Zionsville against Noblesville and Carmel against Fishers, and the teams that have a bye are Westfield and Hamilton Southeastern.
Yeah. So. Zionsville is. Okay, so pull that up right there. I'm going to give you a rundown. Zionsville is where Brad Stevens with the high school. That's all you really need to know about them. Noblesville is Tom Coverdale went to high school there. All of these schools.
Noblesville's not close to here. It's 3 hours away.
I didn't say it was close to here.
Oh, I thought you did.
I never said it was close to
here. Well, why is that where we're going to go if it's 3 hours away?
All right, we won't go because that's going to be the best sectional. That's going
to you were going by quality.
That's going to be a fucking banger sectional.
Not ease of access.
Yeah, all those schools are rich kids. They're all rich, entitled kids.
I feel like we're driving past so many sectionals to go to that sectional.
Dude, it's all rich, entitled kids that think that they are special, that think that they are going to win the sectional.
Well, are we going to yell at them? Or are we going to heckle them?
No, but I'm telling. Can I set the stage?
Yes.
Can I set the stage? I'm trying to set the stage. I'm trying to set the stage.
Set the stage.
These are all rich kids who their whole life they've been told you're better than everybody else. You are going to be great, and if you lose, their mom's telling them this. If you lose, I will just throw money at the problem, and we will make sure you win.
Okay.
Now, every single school that has been right, that has been proven correct. But the problem is that's true at every one of these schools. So now
somebody's got to lose.
Somebody's got to lose.
Okay.
And you're putting them all in the exact same state tournament. And and it's the first, second, and third rounds of the state tournament. This is not for the state championship. This is so what's going to happen is the first round of the state tournament, you're getting Carmel versus Fishers, two of the bougiest, I've never been told no in my life. My dad is a lawyer. Schools that exist in the state of Indiana. One of these schools is losing in the first round, and they are not going to handle it well, Braden. They are not going to handle it well.
All right, there you go.
And you're going to have the place is going to be packed because all of the schools have the money, so all the cheer sections are making fucking banners and all the cheerleaders are decorating the lockers.
Really
and,
excited to be there.
All the community is lining the streets, clapping for the bus as they're driving there, and they're all we are going to win sectionals because this is what we do because we throw money at the problem. But they're all throwing money at the problem, and only one team is going to win the sectional. Do I have your attention now?
You have my attention.
And they are good. It is a lot of good basketball.
That being said, can you bring up the original link of the 8 section or the sectionals?
I was going to say all of these guys, all of those schools have produced a Mr. Basketball recently, except for Zionsville, who produced Brad Stevens, which is better than Mr. Basketball.
So we have East Chicago Central. That's Gary Westside, Hammond Central, Hammond Morton, Lake Central, Maryville, and Munster. Chesterton. Chesterton sounds closer.
Chesterton's closer. Crown Point's closer. Top 3 are close. 4.
Mishawaka?
Yeah, I mean the top ones. These are all. I think
South Bend. That's got to be close.
Yeah, you get further as you scroll down. You're getting further away from Chicago.
Okay, Elkhart, East Noble, Homestead, Lafayette, Jefferson, Noblesville, Greenfield Central.
Yeah.
Lawrence North, and there you go.
Yeah, it's exactly what I said.
Yeah, it seems like you're getting further away. The deeper you go down, seems like the further away from Chicago you're getting.
So you want to keep it close? You just want to go to?
I don't know. Well, we can do whatever you want to do. So that's next week though. That's during the week, isn't it?
We don't have to go the.
We can go later.
We don't have to go because I think they play Tuesday night, right? The first round, and then the semis and the final are on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, we can do one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we can just go to the Saturday one.
Okay.
Yeah, shit that is next week.
Yeah, we're right
at it. Tournament starts next week.
We're about to hit.
Who'd the dogs get? Pull up our sectional, by the way. Sorry, I didn't even.
You don't know.
We've had a disappointing season.
Have you?
Yeah, it's been bad. We're to overtime elite, dude.
Terre Haute, you're in Terre Haute South.
Oh, that's a dog shit sectional. We're gonna win that.
What about Terre Haute North?
Avon's ass, Plainfield's ass.
Terre Haute
North and South.
There's ridiculous names on those Terre Haute high schools, by the way.
Who do we draw? I can't see the cameras in the way.
You're playing Plainfield.
Oh, we'll beat the piss out of Plainfield.
And then if you win, you're playing Terre Haute North Vigo.
I actually think Plainfield might be okay this year.
I might be going for Plainfield. No, I'm a Brownsburg guy.
My parents live in Plainfield now.
Really?
So house divided on this one, I guess. What was the question?
Should we go to Purdue tomorrow?
Oh, Rutgers is playing there, right?
How far is that?
I have no idea.
A couple hours.
2 hours and 4 minutes.
What's your biggest rival is Avon, right? That was the football rival.
Yeah.
So is that like the thing? If as long as you beat Avon, you've had a successful season, or you need.
Well, I mean, we beat Avon every time we play them in anything, so it's like yes and no, because like if that's the standard, I mean, then every season's successful. So you have to like kind of aspire for more, but like if it's not like that's not what makes it a successful season, but losing to them does make your season a failure for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This is a funny email we just got from Dan Katz. The breakfast in the front kitchen is for the sales team doing a brunch with clients. Please don't touch it like Nikki Smokes did.
He's a hound for the free food.
Oh, that motherfucker! I don't know how.
It's like he gets.
I think he's got the best life here. He'll show up when there's free food. He descends from the heavens.
Yeah.
And good for him. Whatever, But so that's actually good. I'm glad that he exists because I totally would have gone and touched that food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would have walked out of this room, gone straight to that food, and been like, "Wow, free food."
Yeah. Yeah. What else happened? What's this JJ Redick Doc Rivers thing?
So I don't know why JJ did it, but JJ yesterday basically made the point that, hey guys, Doc Rivers sucks. He's not a good coach. And Pat Bev went back at JJ Redick being like, hey, you shouldn't say that. He took a chance on you and saved your career. At which point JJ Redick was like, no, he didn't. I had offers to go be a starter other places, which I think that sounds about right. JJ Redick, I mean, when he was in the NBA, he was good. He wasn't hurting for opportunities.
No.
Like if he was done at one place, he would just go be a starter somewhere else.
Right.
Now he wasn't going to be the best player, but he was going to be JJ Redick.
Yeah.
Like he was a solid NBA option when he was really going. But I think it boils down to this: Doc Rivers sucks.
Doc Rivers does suck.
Like
Doc
Rivers
sucks.
When the hiring happened, I think I was one of the ones. But everybody, let's wait. Let's see what happens. Philly fans hate the guy, but he got him close. He just didn't get him all the way. He's got the Clippers close, didn't get him all the way. But he gets to Milwaukee. They're 32-14 when he takes over. He immediately goes 3-7. And you can say that's a small sample size, but going 3-7 with a team that was previously winning, 3/4 of its games is pretty.
Especially when you're supposed to. It's supposed to be the opposite. Like the new coach is supposed to reinvigorate and have a spark.
There's a reason the other coach was fired, right? So there had to be
we saw Ohio State Purdue. Like there's supposed to be like a temporary rallying of the troops for the new guy.
It shouldn't go the other way immediately.
Yeah.
If it goes the other way immediately, something's wrong. Now, I'll give him the benefit of this. He took over in the midseason. I think it was a surprise to him that he got hired. I think it was a surprise to everybody to get hired. So he goes 3-7. Now they've had a week break, and they get to come back and see and go down the line. So I'll give him the next 10, 15, 20 games to see if they can turn it around. But, I don't know that J.J. Redick saying Doc Rivers isn't a very good coach is that hot of a take.
Never mind whether he's good or bad coach. It's more the the quotes that he's putting out, Doc Rivers. It's more that the attitude seems to be like he was held at gunpoint and forced to take this job.
Yeah.
And he's like, guys, I was enjoying my life.
What did he say? He's like, I don't know why they hired me.
I'm walking down the street. Guy throws a sack over my head,
Right.
throws me in a van. Next thing I know, I'm sitting on the bench for the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't want to be here any more than you guys want me here.
I have the image of a reverse deer hunting situation. Like Doc Rivers is minding his business, and a buck is sitting up in a building and just shoots him with a tranquilizer dart and then takes him to coach the team.
Yeah. But yeah, he's like, I didn't want to take the job. I wanted to start after the All-Star break, and they made me take the job. And it's like, nobody made you do any of this.
He also
literally could have just said, I don't want the job.
He also said, I don't even know why they got rid of the other guy.
Yeah.
Like, maybe you should ask. Maybe you should find out. I don't know. But it's the world of right now with every NBA or former NBA player having a podcast just means we are in a constant state of one player saying this, his old coach getting mad and coming back, and then another player coming. It's a terrific time to be a consumer of NBA podcasts.
Okay, I was going to ask you this because I have been tagged as an NBA hater, and you are an NBA guy.
Uh-huh.
So I want to be careful, but we are coming off a dog shit All-Star weekend.
One of the worst of all time.
It just feels like every NBA discussion is negative right now. Is that a good thing, or is it like at least people are talking? Because you just said it's a good time to be a consumer of NBA podcasts, but also every time I look up and there's a headline about the NBA, it's just people that are like, this league fucking sucks for this reason. This coach sucks. These stars suck. This sucks. That sucks.
Here's where I come at the NBA. If you want to attack the quality of basketball being played in the NBA, I think for the most part people are wrong. I think when people do their talking points about NBA and why they don't like it, they'll be like, well, they don't play defense. They do. They absolutely play defense.
Yeah, it was on display in the All-Star game.
That wasn't.
Not. Jeez, dude.
That wasn't. But most people's talking points when you talk about the actual basketball are usually wrong. However, it is undeniable that in the National Basketball Association right now, they have a problem with the perception of how they either treat or value fans. The fact that the NBA has had to institute a rule to make sure its star players play in at least 58 of the games is kind of crazy. And then if you add on that, you put this All-Star game where all 12 players on either team did not want to be there, did not care. I understand not going 100% at all times in the All-Star game, but most of my life, All-Star games have been they'll dick around a little bit, but they will defend you if you get in the paint. They'll foul you. They'll do something. This was just a guy gets in the paint, he just goes and lays it up, and they move out of the way. Yeah. This was indifference to the point of, do you even care that you're a professional basketball player? And I think that is an actual serious problem for the NBA, an image problem where it doesn't appear they give a shit about their fans.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, and I think that's the biggest frustration is like, I'm not an NBA hater. I do have some criticisms of the league, and one of them is that if you do criticize the league in any way, shape, or form, you're a hater. You're wrong. The customer's always right in every facet of business except for professional basketball, apparently. And like anybody that's like, I don't know, man. I do concede that these players are way more talented, and they can do things that we've never seen before on an NBA court. I would love if scoring 100 points was like about the norm. I would love if we gave more power to defense, where the scoring came down a little bit.
But
instead of that being a valid thing, it's like, you shut the fuck up, you hating ass. You're an old ass. Like that's the attitude from the league by and large.
But I do truly
the fans
believe
are wrong.
that a lot of the when you say that, the reasoning that people say it's happening is in fact wrong. When people say these teams are scoring a lot of points now because they don't play defense, I think that is objectively wrong. I do think offenses in the league have evolved to an efficiency rate that is just defenses have not caught up to.
But it's not wrong. It's just like everyone, when you say they're not playing defense in the NBA, everybody hears something different. And some people, the people that take offense to you saying there's no defense in the NBA, think what you're saying is that these guys are standing there like they did in the All-Star game, and that they don't try.
And what you're saying is they're not playing effective defense.
What I'm saying is, however you get there, it's very clear there's not defense being played if you're scoring 140.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that there's an effort problem. I'm saying that like something needs to be done to give power back to the defense. Like bring hand checking back, take away gather steps, call moving screens. That got a little crazy. The Warriors got a little loosey-goosey with that, and then that like trickled into every other.
Have you seen
other offense?
The most popular action that teams run out of pick and roll now is the Gortat screen, where you basically the play is designed to be a moving screen, where basically like the center just kind of rolls to the like.
Oh yeah, you go to set the screen,
and
but
as he's rolling, he keeps.
He just keeps moving towards the basket.
Right. That would be my gripe. Is like when I say there's no defense, I'm not saying that like. These guys are. I'm not doing the argument.
You're just saying they're not achieving defense.
Yeah, right.
It's not that
I'm not saying that. I'm not like these guys care more about likes on Instagram than fucking getting in a stance. I'm not saying that.
That is the disconnect. Most people that have that criticism think they're not attempting defense.
Right.
What they're not doing is achieving defense.
Of course, I know that they're attempting defense. My problem is that defenders, there's no path to success on defense. There's no like. What are they supposed to do? They can't.
The issue with that is, I think it's just over the evolution of basketball over the last 100 years, teams used to take a lot more defensible shots. You know, dumping it down on the post is a lot more defensible than whipping it around the perimeter and finding that open man because of all the space that you've created.
Right, you're right, but I mean, you watch like
this is good sports discussion, by the way.
It is great sports discussion, but you watch like. I mean, it is fucking crazy. Like the rule changes have greatly enhanced the offenses,
and that's in every. Like, but that's in every. That's in every sport.
Yeah. But like it's the equivalent of the NFL, and the NFL has the pussification of America has trickled in the NFL, as we know. But it would be the equivalent if the NFL games today were 74-68 every time you turn on an NFL game. At a certain point, I think football fans would be like, all right.
But if that happened once, it would be the greatest game of all time.
Right.
Yeah. You got to read that second ad because we have to get to this, right?
Yeah, we have to.
This right here.
I need another water, by the way.
Somebody get my man a water.
I'm on the gonorrheas. It's flaring up to an extent we've never seen before. Let me go ahead and read this ad as my.
You know what? Give me this. We're excited to announce our partnership with DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings will be our one-stop shop for all things betting. This week, new customers who deposit $5 or more can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 on any sport. What is a no-sweat bet, you're wondering? Well, I'm going to tell you. It's just like getting an offensive rebound. You missed your first shot, you get another chance to score with a bonus bet back. You can also follow what all of your favorite Barstool personalities like me are betting on by joining the Barstool Betting Group in the social section of the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code
FAMILY.
New customers get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 if your first bet loses, only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code FAMILY. The crown is yours. All right. There's a rat with a huge penis. There's a rat with a gigantic.
The penis is too big. That's
whoa. Right there.
That's
right
too
there.
big of a penis.
So, AI generated graphic about a rat with giant penis published by a leading scientific journal. So this is okay. I get that it is an AI generated graphic about a rat with a giant dick. Why is it?
I don't know.
Why did they publish this? Okay, so this is,
as you can tell, like none of the text except the word rat is even readable. Like that's the entire thing is AI generated, not just the gigantic.
Oh, you're right. None of those words are actually.
None of those words are words except rat.
Sperm cells.
Yeah, testom cells. DCK.
So what? I'm taken aback. It's not really. I don't look at that and say, "Wow, gigantic penis." I say gigantic balls.
Wait, go back up to her tweet. Go back up to.
Do you have 4 balls?
Yeah. Where are all those balls? A lot of questions. Sorry, I just saw What is
Yeah, if you're starting a tweet, that's how Taylor Swift would start off a tweet.
Yeah, doctors can never say by the way.
That's supposed to be That's like a
Corky
way to
Corky.
Yeah.
That's what they're going for.
Take away that person's doctorship.
Didn't have giant rat penis on my bingo card this year.
I did a thing.
And it's all just nonsense. There's no words on this.
What is this now?
This was the next graphic in the same journal. There's just no words. None of these words.
I don't think this journal's good.
I'm not.
You know what?
To this journal.
This journal's not good. This is bad science.
It's a bad journal. But at the same time, giant rat dick.
Yeah.
What do you think about giant rat dick?
What was there any rhyme or reason as to why? No, there's not.
All right,
it's just
let's
like
say
this graphic exists.
Let's say you're at your house and you have a huge rat infestation.
Yeah.
And you know how you do. This is one of your favorite activities on Friday night. You go down there with your shotgun.
Sure.
And you're exterminating him. And he stands up, and just a big whopper of a dick. Just a big, hard, erect dick.
Yeah. What do? Do you kill it so you can then like hang it as a trophy? Like get it taxidermied.
Do you stuff the dick?
Yeah. Or do you let it go because you're like, I can't.
I respect that.
That's respect, bro.
I think you stuff the dick.
I think you have to stuff.
I think you got to stuff the dick. You walk into a house of a guy. There's a deer head. There's a turkey stuffed, and in the corner there's just a straight up erect dick.
I get a taxidermy with the rat's hands behind its head, and it's just and it's sitting in a recliner.
We do have a dork in the chat asking us to correct and say that this journal actually sucks and is notorious for posting bad articles. So thank you for the dork comment in the chat. Thanks.
That's what I said. It's a bad journal.
Yeah.
This journal
now
sucks.
Listen, we're all family here, but shut the fuck up.
Me or the
no, the person in the chat.
Yeah.
Actually, it's bad. It's
well,
actually a bad journal.
You think that's a grower or a shower rat?
Well, that's a shower. I don't think that.
Why does it have
like? You don't think
balls?
it's like really small and then
and then all of a sudden it's. Well, no, because it's not functional, right? I don't think there's not a coexisting rat pussy big enough.
Rats,
right? There's no rat pussy for that.
Where are rats' dicks?
Where you think they should be? I think.
What? There are a lot of animals that don't show dick, unless they're
a ton of animals that don't show dick.
Winnie the Pooh.
Unless it's time to rock and roll, right?
Dude, ducks.
Like they don't ducks don't show dick at all until they get.
You want to talk about animal penis?
Yeah.
There are certain breeds of ducks that evolutionally, the female ducks have developed corkscrew vaginas to avoid getting like pounced on and had sex with. So the ducks have developed dueling corkscrew penises that explode off of their body, so they can hop on and their penises explode and grow like a foot long or more. And sometimes they'll go in multiple directions, corkscrewing, so that they can like pounce onto a female duck and corkscrew penis.
Where are you finding this?
Hell yeah, brother!
It's crazy.
This is where you want to like search like duck dick on your computer.
Yeah.
But
Well, let's go the other way.
We can't show that because it's real, but dude, it's nuts.
Let's go the other way. Which animals? Horses show dick.
Horses show dick.
Elephants show dick.
Elephants.
Not a whole lot of animals show a lot of dick.
Like monkeys do, like primates do, right?
I don't really think as much as you think,
can
though,
see
right?
them.
There'll be a monkey at a zoo jerking off on YouTube or something that'll have like 10
but it's
million.
jerking off.
Like
I'm saying
limp
if it's
dick,
just
limp
standing
dick.
there.
We're talking limp.
Oh.
We're talking
limp dick.
Limp dick.
How many animals show limp dick? Turtles don't show limp dick. I've never seen a frog's limp dick.
I've seen a turtle fucking a shoe before.
Now, I've seen a turtle fuck, of course, but I've never seen a turtle's limp dick.
Lions show balls for sure.
Show balls.
Like
They're like dogs.
Zoo,
They have
the balls, but
they got retractable dicks.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Get a house cat and try to find that motherfucker's dick. You are not finding that dick until he wants that dick.
Dogs don't show dick.
Right, they're retractable.
They get the red rocket. Yeah. They sheath that thing until it's.
Horses are just flopping that shit.
Horses don't
horses
care.
don't.
Horses.
Dude.
If you are going to deal with a horse, you're going to look at this horse's dick.
Yeah.
All right.
That's.
Good segment.
Where's a hippo dick?
Is that maybe aren't they really small or something, or like?
Do hippos have small dicks?
Yeah, I think there's like one like rhinos or something have like really small dicks.
Really?
Is it small or is it small proportionally?
Small proportionally, I guess.
Alligators' dicks?
Well, they're reptiles.
Let's talk about snakes. Where do they have dicks?
No.
They don't.
They can't. Where would their dicks be?
Just rubbing on the ground all the time?
Snake dick?
Only rattlesnakes, I believe.
No, I don't think that's right. Why would only a rattlesnake have
The
a
thing that shakes is their penis.
If you lay
That's it. They're taking dick.
if you lay eggs, you don't have dick.
That's not correct.
Ooh.
You still have to fertilize the egg with something, right?
But I thought the egg comes out and then you fertilize. Don't you shit on the egg to
I don't
fertilize?
think you shit on the egg. Hold on. Where's a snake's dick?
Oh, wait.
Snakes have a hemipenis, which is inside their body.
They have 2 of them.
Yeah.
So
They are inverted within the
crazy.
body and then everted.
hold up.
So it's imagine like if your penis
What
was.
did you think was happening? Do you think the woman leaves the eggs in the
Yeah, then you spray them. You spray them, dude. You spray them. You lay the egg and then you fucking.
Yeah,
So
you
you
spray
don't
'em.
think snakes get to enjoy sex? Of course.
I don't, dude. Most species don't enjoy sex. You're doing it to reproduce. Like you don't have time to. Like this isn't a leisure activity for most species.
Honestly,
Who else doesn't enjoy sex? My wife.
You know.
I am looking up a picture of 2 snakes reproducing. It does look very romantic. It does look like there's.
They're intertwined, right?
Yeah, they're. I don't want to say they're erect, but they're pointing upwards and they're intertwined with each other, and they kind of just cuddle with each other and weave in and out.
Oh yeah. See, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
It's kind of cool.
Neat
That's
dick.
cool. All right.
Still, I don't know where the male
yeah.
sticks it to I don't know. Life is crazy.
It really is.
There are species that reproduce without humping.
There are.
Yeah.
Aren't there like invertebrates or something? They're like they're
Yeah. A lot of species reproduce without getting on.
Huh. And TJ's right. He used a duck example. If you really ever go down the rabbit hole of bird penises, it gets there's some wild shit there, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy penis.
There's a lot of crazy penises in the bird world.
Ours are weird, but they are like semi-normal.
I think we have among, as far as animals go,
Yeah.
among the most normal penises.
The most mid penises in
Yes.
the animal kingdom. Human dick mid. Should we tier list penis?
Tier list dicks.
Yeah.
Here's another AI photo that's alarming to me.
Allen Iverson.
Machine Gun Kelly. There's an AI pair. Have you seen this? Machine Gun Kelly
I
got
don't
a
think this
fully upper body tattoo of just.
I don't think
It's just
That is
It's just
not
black.
I don't think this is AI.
he's just blackened his skin.
He did blackout tattoos over his real tattoos.
But how? Why? So he's.
He said for spiritual purposes.
All right.
His entire upper body was already tattooed, and then this is a trend in tattooing called blackout tattoos, and it looks bad, and to me,
Yeah.
How many hours is this in a tattoo spot?
so
This has to be.
a lot of guys they go under anesthesia now to do.
I
this.
would imagine.
and
This
they'll
has
have
to
like
Did he
5
leave
guys
a-
tattoo them at once.
Did he leave a strip there, a window for his nipples?
It's like above his nipples.
What's that strip then?
This?
Yeah, what's that? Is that his dick?
What?
That's his retractable animal penis?
But this is the guy that did it. Like he does all of these tattoos.
All right. Now,
That woman
trying
got
to-
a bra tattooed onto her?
And she tattooed clothes on herself?
It looks so bad.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm just trying to see this from all angles.
Okay.
April Fool's Day is coming up. Do you think this is some sort of this is Michael Strahan getting his gap removed?
Is black chest as offensive as black face?
People are mad.
It's not just black chest, it's black arm. It's a lot. Although yeah, he did leave a cross in the middle of his chest. So I do imagine that's where the spiritual purposes comes in. I don't know.
Isn't he like a devil guy?
Megan Fox was. Like they would like do blood rituals and stuff together.
Dude, speaking of Megan Fox, I don't watch Love is Blind, but have you guys seen this
So
this situation that unfolded on that show apparently? Does anybody watch the show?
so
I watched, but I haven't seen this.
let me just he was down to 2. He chose one gal because she said I look like Megan Fox.
Yeah, my understanding, I piecing it together from
Yeah.
people like tweeting about it and whatever else. Yeah, he was down to 2 chicks. One was more attractive than the other. The one he ended up picking said, he asked, like, what do you look like? Who do you look like? And she said, people say I look like Megan Fox. He picks her. They do the reveal, and she comes out, and she's like, "Heh." And he's like, oh, my God. And then he's, there were, like, interview clips of him gritting through his teeth. This has become a thing, apparently.
I mean, God bless her. God bless her. Yeah, she, good.
You kind of brought it upon yourself, though, you know?
I feel
feel bad,
you got
but
to
I
be
also,
careful
like,
with somebody who can't see you saying, I look like Megan Fox.
Yeah, exactly. If you got to be smarter than that.
So, yeah.
I'm shocked that doesn't happen more on those shows.
If I'm on Love Is Blind and a chick's like, who do you look like? I'm not going to say I look like Brad. I like a mix of Brad Pitt,
Yeah.
the skosh of Jason Momoa. Just like kind of a hybrid of those two. Like, you got to be smart enough to.
Oh, she didn't even do hybrid, though. She just went one specific one.
Right.
So if you said, I look like Jason Momoa.
I look like Jason Momoa.
And then you came out and looked like
Yeah.
that. Like, yeah, be rough.
No, you kind of did it to yourself. But the clips of the guy, I don't know. The guy talking about it's so funny.
The other gal looks more like Megan Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So funny. But that's exactly what we need out of that show, right?
I kind of
That's
wonder
the whole
what
point of that show.
I kind of wonder what the other girl said when she got asked, "What do you look like? Who do you look like?"
Yeah.
You think because she might have gone the self-deprecating route and been like, "Oh, I look like somebody who's not that
Right.
attractive," and then when she comes out, look at her.
Right.
I do wish that show was more representative of the actual population and not just like a classic, like let's get hot people on a dating show. I wish it was truly Love Is Blind.
You're really rolling the dice.
Right.
Yeah, you're really, really rolling the dice on. You get some ugly people, you get some heavier set people, and
You
really
should
test
also
if
you
Love
should
Is
also
Blind.
not be able to ask. I think you shouldn't be able to ask the question.
Oh, what do you look like?
What do you look like? You shouldn't be able to talk about it at all.
Yeah. Because if the guy was blind, he wouldn't know what Megan Fox looked like.
Great point. Great point, Brandon.
You just do it to actual blind people.
All right. What else? I gotta go do the rundown at 10:30. So
Oh, you're doing the rundown today.
I gotta do the rundown with Terraini and Bauer.
Great crew.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know if Bauer's here. Bauer wasn't here
He
yesterday.
was here.
He is
Oh, he's
here.
here?
Yeah.
Good.
He was dealing. Everybody's sick in this office.
Everybody's sick in this office.
Does
yeah.
my voice sound cool?
No.
Did
no,
that sound?
so-
Hold on. I just felt something change there. Does this sound cool?
Hit the thick cut.
In a world.
Big cut in a world. In a world.
Oh shit!
In
Coming
a
soon
world
to
coming
DVD.
soon.
That was pretty good.
Coming soon.
Pause.
Do you miss sort of the DVD experience sometimes, where you would like start the movie and you'd have like the
All
things
the
that were
time.
coming out, and then you would finish the movie and go do like the games and extra features.
Special
Like, that was fun.
features rule.
Yeah.
That rocked.
I think.
Putting a DVD in,
Yeah.
closing it, and then
Yeah.
having the images pop up was an elite feeling.
Physical media is great. I'm as I
I
get
kinda wanna
older.
go back
as
to
I
it.
get older, I've started collecting like vinyl records and stuff, and I don't. I'm not gonna apologize for it at all. I think it's way better to have. Remember the Bloodhound Gang CD where you could put your tongue through the hole and make it look like a boob?
Yeah. I don't.
You don't remember
I
that?
remember the Bloodhound Gang CD, but I don't remember doing that.
It was flesh. It was for white people, but that's
Yeah.
their audience, obviously. It was like flesh colored, and then instructions came with the CD that said, "Stick your tongue through the hole and make it look like a boob."
Oh, I'll be damned.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
yeah, dude. This is a core memory of mine. We never even played the CD. We were just all busy. No,
Here's all
you do
making
it, dude.
titties.
Oh my God, it's a tit. Now let me do it.
Insert tongue
Oh,
in circular opening to simulate a nipple.
Yeah. Fun times. All right. Good to be back. I think that's it. I don't have anything else.
All right, shut up.
We'll be back.
Wonton Don saved like 200 people's lives yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to him.
I hope it. You think he's back in the office yet? He was on a plane. I don't know if he's.
I think he
coming
was ground. They couldn't take off till today
Yeah,
Oh,
this
okay.
morning.
in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I would love to talk to him about that. I would absolutely love to talk to him about that. All right, that's the show. We'll be back tomorrow. See you guys.
That's how ball is done. the fuck is the music?